Okay guys, going to show you a really cool thing with Tasker and the AT&T UVerse application. Basically, I'm able to control my television using voice, and this is all done with the magic of Tasker. So, really quickly before I begin on how to accomplish this, I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn on my video camera. UVerse.
Launching AT&T UVerse application.
Now, what this is doing is obviously it's launching the UVerse app, and conservatively I waited, I think it was 18 seconds, because I have a Galaxy S5 and I use it for a lot of different things. So I never know what is running, going to be running when I do this.
What channel would you like to watch?
So that's why I made it such a long wait, 18 seconds. Yeah. So anyway, the phone just said, what channel would you like to watch? So let's tell it a channel to watch. Channel 1422. There you go. It changed it. Let's try it again. Channel 1039. I don't even know if there's a channel 139. Oh, there is. Oh, no, there's not. It changed it to 160. It rounded it up. Channel 1035. And there you go. So, just stop my video camera. Let's go into Tasker and see how we did this. So the first thing we're going to do, first thing I'm going to tell you is this is divided into two profiles. The first profile is to launch the application. Oops. So I have it UVerse launch. That's the name of my profile. Now, it's an AutoVoice recognized, and the command is UVerse, and it's with the regex. So when you do this, if you decide to make it UVerse to launch the app, make sure you have regex checked off. And it doesn't matter what you put, just make sure you have regex checked off. So that launches the task, which the task is pretty much launch the UVerse app and get into position or whatever, get into the right place inside the app. So let's play this app real quick. We're going to pretend I said UVerse, so I'm going to press play.
Launching AT&T UVerse application.
Okay, remember I had waited 18 seconds, and once it launches, in the top right hand corner there's going to be like 3 dots. So one input is going to be clicking on those dots, and then the remote. So there's two.
What channel would you like to watch?
There's 2 inputs. Now you can do this with AutoInput or input tap. If you don't know what an input tap is, Google it. Input tap. This is granted you know how to do all this. Input tap. It's with a run shell. Just Google Tasker input tap and you'll see what I'm talking about. Basically, what I'm talking about is you need 2 different actions. When this launches, you need the action of this, clicking there, and then clicking there. And that's ready to go for whatever channel. So that's pretty much what this task does in this first profile. After it does that second input, it waits a second, then it'll say what channel do you want to watch. That means it's ready to go. So we're going to back up. And the second profile, don't mind those. The second profile I have is called Tap Numbers. It's an AutoVoice recognized as well. the command is going to be channel, and then just copy this. It's basically a variable. Copy that right there. If I go too fast for you in this video, just please press pause. It's all right. But it's very important you use the regex command and this right here, and that's the AutoVoice recognized. Basically what this is when it's already in the right place, which at this point it's going to be right here. When I use this profile, it's already going to be at this screen. And then we can check a look at the task right now, the task of that second profile. So the task of that second profile is basically going to tell Tasker to input any number you say. Now, to fire this profile off, you have to say channel and then whatever number you want. You can't program each individual number because some people have thousands and thousands of channels, and you don't want one for every single channel. You don't always know what you're going to watch. So this is how you do it. Channel and then whatever. That's that second profile. Excuse me. So at this point in this task for the second profile, it's going to do two things. Two things have to happen. First and foremost have to happen, because if you do it differently, it won't work. You have to do it this way. You have to click here and then click the numbers to get it to this point, and then you'll be able to type in, Tasker will be able to type in whatever number. The reason why you have to do it that way is because if you get it to this point right here on that first profile, whenever you tell what channel, it'll back up. It'll back up to this, and it won't work. So it's better to have this action as the very first things in the second profile, and I'll show you in a moment. Okay. So here's that first one. You basically get it to where you have the numbers. So there's my first one. Just auto tap where you need to be, those two different taps that I've showed you. And that's basically, again, you're going to tap here and then tap here. You can also use input tap again. You just needed to get to this point. Going back to Tasker. So there's the first one. Then I did a wait of 1 second. Then I did another one, waited. Those are two inputs. Now it's at the number, the little number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 portion of the app. You're going to use a variable set. So let's click on the variable set. The variable is going to be numbers. The 2 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to have an if at the bottom. If the variable numbers is right here. I don't remember at this. My mind's going blank. It's 3 in the morning. Basically, just make it look like this. So after the number 5 thing on this list, the variable set, you're going to go to the next one and add a variable search replace. And the variable is going to be numbers. And then you're going to scroll down, and where it says replace matches, you're going to mark that off. You're going to make sure there's a checkbox or check in the box. So on to number 7 is a variable search replace. It's another one. So it's going to be the variable numbers. The search is going to be, I don't know, like a period or whatever. And that's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much what that one is. So the 8th thing on our list is going to be a 4. The variable is going to be numbers. The item is going to be the variable number split with this at the end of it. This is very important. Okay. Again, I'm sorry if I go too fast. Just make sure you just pause the video to make sure you can get it the way I have it. So to make things a little flashy, I added a flash. So basically put tapping and then the variable number. So like, let's say it does channel 7, it'll say tapping 7, you know, when it's actually pressing the buttons. And then I put an auto input action here. Let's see here. Oops. No. Basically, this is telling it to, whatever variable the number is, to click it. So if I give the variable a number of 48, it's going to click 48. All right. It's really helpful to have auto input with this. I'm actually going to suggest it in the description for this video. Then finally, the last thing we're going to do is an end for, and that's it. So my particular phone is a very good phone to have this sort of thing because I have an an infrared emitter in my phone. I don't know if this will work with phones that don't have that. If you have the AT&T application, it should work, but it works really well with mine because I have that IR emitter, because this phone has a remote control of its own. So let's try it out one more time and then I'm going to wrap this up. So I'm not going to relaunch the program. I'm going to skip the first profile of launching the program and saying, what channel do you want? So we're going to just skip straight to the second profile. Channel 341. It's going to click the top left and then the numbers. And then it's going to do the 341. And it changed it on my television. That's how you get Tasker to work with the AT&T UVerse smartphone application. I really hope this helped you out. Sorry if I dragged this out a little bit. Yeah, it's also want to say thanks to the AutoApps community forum. They really helped me out in getting this done. And stick around because I'm going to have more Tasker videos in the future. And thanks for watching.